A couple of years ago, I was in the Nubian Museum in Egypt and I came across an ancient artifact that blew my mind. This is an ostrich egg that was found in a grave 7,000 years ago. So it is at least 7,000 years old because it's been in a time capsule for that long. Now, what's interesting about this artifact is the doodles on it. What do you think that looks like? Okay, instantly I thought, hang on a minute, that looks like the pyramids. And it's even on the correct side. Next to the pyramid, there's a kind of snake-like thing, which could be the River Nile. And it's exactly in the right place, if this was a map of Egypt on an egg, it's actually geographically correct. Now, the egg actually has two sides with the same image, the same three sort of pyramid shapes on both sides, but the squiggly, snaky, wobbly line thing changes. So on one side, it's kind of skinny. On the other side, it's really big, and it has a kind of big tummy to it, which some people have suggested represents the seasons of the Nile. So when the Nile floods and when the Nile doesn't. I mean, it's really hard not to see anything but that, not gonna lie. But why is this amazing? Okay, so some guy just doodled what he saw 7,000 years ago. What's the problem? Well, according to our historical timeline, the pyramids of Giza were not supposed to have been built until around 2,500 BC. And this is 7,000 years old. So if somebody was doodling what they saw 7,000 years ago, what are the pyramids doing there? Now, it's very possible that these are not representations of the pyramids of Giza. The running idea is that they are representations of mountains. But there isn't a mountain range, like if that is indeed the Nile, there isn't a mountain range there. There's pyramids. Also, one thing that I would say is that mountains, yes, they do have a sort of shape like that. But I don't know about mountains having this line, this sort of like sliced lines, and it is so clear when you go up and see the pyramids. They are built layers, one on top of the other, and you do see these visible straight lines that go all the way across, especially with the original casing stones. I'm torn about this artifact. I can't decide. What do you think? Do you think that somebody doodled the pyramids over 7,000 years ago and it became an heirloom and somebody was buried with it and we've only found it now? And is this potentially like the closest thing to a photograph that we're going to have of what a view looked like in Egypt? Were the pyramids older? What do you think? I'm torn. My gut says that it's just the coincidence of them looking like it. I don't know. Also, if we are going to go completely conspiracy theory, let's put our tinfoil hats on. Look at the top of the egg. The concentric circle. What does that remind you of, eh? Begins with an A. Atlantis, doesn't it? With the concentric circles. I was like, wait, is this egg a map of the city of Atlantis and the pyramids of Giza? What? No, calm down.